to see like what cybersecurity is all about and all that. So we'll be doing demo and also we'll also explore different careers in cybersecurity. So who am I? Bukumi has already like given like a detailed introduction about me. So an overview of who am I. My name is Pascal Ejofo, and I'm the CEO and founder of Tech Titans. Okay, and also I'm an information security consultant. I work with various kind of firms, be it big, small, medium, and mostly I work as a consultant and sometimes as a risk analyst. I'm also a blogger. Funny enough, I write a lot, and I kind of felt like that was one of the things that I make use of, or one of the stuff I use in, to, keeping my mental health check. So I write a lot. So that's one thing I do, blogger. Another thing is I'm a mentor and a career coach. So in case maybe you eventually enroll in this academy and you are looking for someone to mentor you, someone to direct you and all that, yeah, I do that also. And that's also what you get when you enroll in EvolveHQ. So that's me. And it's my pleasure to know you all because I've gotten to hear your name when you're introducing yourself. So, introduction to cybersecurity. Every one of us, in one way or the other, we've heard about cybersecurity. Or if you've not heard about cybersecurity, it's not a big deal, right? Because today you get to know what cybersecurity is all about. So, cybersecurity, it's a practice. Just like how we have other practices like lawyer as a job or as a career, it's a practice as a practitioner. We have those in other sectors like those that is practicing medicine and other stuff like that. So cybersecurity is also a practice, right? And what is this practice all about? The practice is to ensure that our digital assets, our digital information, our sensitive informations, our systems, our networks, our organization in a whole, our digital world, our IT world, our cyber world are well protected against cyber attacks. And you might be wondering, okay, who is attacking us? Or who is the attackers? What they attack us from? What is the essentials that drives these people to attack us or attack an organization? So sensitive data, digital assets, digital information. Let me use the common stuff that we know, right? Common things that we know. Let's take, for example, Lua, Labi, right? Or Ayola has maybe clicked on a link and they asked him to fill in information. Probably Ayola is going to an hospital and the hospital practices what mixes of digital devices, or they've enrolled or changed all their environment into digital environment. So they don't used to write in some paper anymore, right? So Ayola now filled in all his information, including his blood type, blood group, everything concerning his medical health, every medical information. Those information are very sensitive, and is the right, or probably yes, is the work of the organization or the healthcare provider to ensure that Ayola's information does not get to the hands of the bad guy. Reason being, once those sensitive information gets to the bad guy, if Ayola is probably someone that is in politics and is trying to move for something or probably go for a position, they can blackmail him using those information, and they can also sell this information to the dark net or the dark web, to make use of this information to commit fraud and other stuff like that. And you've been wondering, how is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. You can one day wake up and you find out that they've used your name to steal maybe over $1 billion and you've not touched it yet, right? But your name has gone out there to steal or commit a fraud, but you don't really know how your name got here. How your name got here is because they've stolen those data, those information from an organization you're giving those information to, and those information have been used to commit fraud, right? So you won't know, you won't be aware, but your name has really gone into maybe a black record and other stuff like that. And you might just one day wake up to a call and it'll be telling you that, oh, you are, wanted and all that stuff like that. So just for us to be very careful and other stuff like that, that's where cybersecurity comes in. It's a practice, right? But it's a practice that ensures or protects our system, networks, and programs from digital attacks. Another thing that cybersecurity as a practice, protect us from is our credentials. Sometimes we are curious. I don't know. Yeah, it's not sometimes. Humans are very, very curious. And one thing they say about curiosity, they say curiosity kills the cat, right? Now, we can get a link, or a link might be sent to us via email or via XMS. And maybe at that time you are in need of money, and the link is all about a certain promo for you to click and get money, quick scheme, get it rich and other stuff like that. And you might just, because of the lure and everything, you just click on the link. Unknowingly, you've introduced maybe a malware. You've introduced something that will hijack your phone, hijack everything in your system, hijack your device, and they would have stolen, all your credentials. I know some of us here, we save a lot on our phones. Apart from our phones, we save a lot of info, some of our digital passwords and everything on our Google managers or something like that. So take for example, if someone stole or hijacked your phone, and at the end of the day they got away with probably your password and everything, they will access literally everything. So if you are someone that have maybe a sensitive picture or image of yourself in your phone, that will go into the internet. Or in some cases you might just be wondering, oh, how did my leaked photos get here? These are sensitive photos. How did they get here? Those are example of breach or attack and other stuff like that. So how do you prevent them? The practice of cybersecurity, and this is what you get to know or learn and keep yourself with when you enroll into EvolveHQ. So that's it about the introduction of cybersecurity. So why cybersecurity? What's the demand for cybersecurity? What's the growing demand for cybersecurity? Why? Right? I've mentioned a lot of scenarios on the applicability of cybersecurity, or how cybersecurity is being applied as a practice in our day-to-day life, right? Because at the end of it all, we are all responsible for our own safety, right? We can, in one way or the other, be assured that, okay, some certain organization are protecting my data. But to round it up, we are also responsible for our own, digital safety. Because let's take, for example, if you are not following all the cybersecurity practices in detail, they can use through your own device or your phone to get into, to get whatever they want to get, instead of going through an organization or anything like that. You can click on a malware link, you can click on a phishing link, you can even install a malware on your phone that monitors all your moves. You will know where you are. They call it keylogger. That malware is called a keylogger. It monitors everything about you, even captures all your webcam. Those of us that makes use of front camera and everything like that. So that was it. So what's the growing demand for cybersecurity professional? Now the statistics on job growth, because of the number of the need for cybersecurity in our digital world right now, or in our world right now. Cybersecurity professionals are in strong need right now. A lot of organizations are sourcing for a cybersecurity professionals. No, so let's take for example other sectors in other jobs might be saturated already because of the long time kind of stuff, like those guys eventually going for chemical engineering, other stuff like that, lawyer. Those jobs are kind of saturated already. There's a lot of people there. Most people are not. It's not like it's already saturated already. But cybersecurity, no matter how no matter the number of people employed, there is still a need for those professionals to still come in, because every day new technology comes in, and now we have the rise of AI right now, right? AI is on the move. Everybody's talking about AI. Now there is cybersecurity implications. There are other implications related to cybersecurity or in concern with AI, right? All these are still what will still bring the need for cybersecurity professionals to come into play. So the job growth or the statistics on the job growth is still going to still come in, like it's still going to go higher and higher. So I'm calling on every one of us on this call to take this particular career very, very serious. It's I would say it's a quick scheme kind of um job, right? It's not like something that you just hear about it, you just learn in basic and you get a job. No, that's not it, right? That's not really it. You need to put in the work. You put in the work, you put in everything, but eventually you will get your reward, right? That's the one thing that is very certain in cybersecurity. Once you put in the effort you are meant to put in, you will surely get that job, right? You will surely get it. So because there is a statistics on the job growth, right? There's a statistics on the job growth. As long as technology, our digital world and our technology are growing and in rise, right? Cybersecurity still will still be in demand. Just like I said, industry demand and trends. We have the trends that is going on right now is quantum, AIs, and blockchain, right? All these are still in need of cybersecurity. Like your AI, take for example, we have something we call AI security governance, right? We have something we call AI security, the ISO 42001 lead implementation or auditor, right? All these are areas where you as a cybersecurity professional will come in and apply your skills and get your money. You get paid and other stuff like that. Even in terms of you coming in as as a pen tester or other specialized roles in cybersecurity. And a lot of opportunities are there in this particular career path. Reason being, unlike other jobs, unlike other careers that you can remain stagnant for like 5, 6, 7 years, 8 years without any visible growth. Once you are in cybersecurity, as long as you are putting in the work and you are doing what you are meant to do and you are learning every day, I put it to you, you will surely grow. Unless the company you are working with wants to kill your like want to just want to no, just want to kill your growth or your career. That one you will be able to see it. You will know that okay, this organization is not for me. But on a very good scale, on a very good note, if you are in cybersecurity and you're a professional at that, you are learning, like you did not stop learning, you are still learning. Even when you have the skills, you've gotten the skills, you are still learning, you are still trying to keep up with the trends, you will still get career advancement. Like, take for example, I want to make use of someone like real life scenario, right? Because I know someone that we started together, right? And when she started, then she has zero knowledge about cybersecurity. She graduated as international, those guys that does tourists, I don't know, that used to go around for tour guide, I think international relationships, something like that, something related to all those kind of embassy stuffs like that. She studied in Unilab, and that is something unrelated to tech, right? So, but she picked interest in cybersecurity. We are in the boot camp then when we started, right? And after the boot camp and after the whole, we still continue learning. Like we started putting in the whole work and everything. When she got her first job was 3 months after the boot camp that we did. This is someone that does not have any knowledge prior to when she came in, right? So 3 months after the boot camp, she got a job. When she got a job, she got a job as an entry level cybersecurity consultant. And in less than 6 months, she got promoted to a manager position because of they needed her, because she's growing, she's learning, her taste for knowledge was there. So it was very, very clear and visible because she was putting in the whole work, and the organization recognized the talent and the effort she's putting, and they raised her up. Right now, today she's the head of the GRC department. That is like after like 2, 3 years ago, right? When she's now like head of department for that particular organization. This is visible career advancement opportunities in cybersecurity. So if you are coming in and you're thinking like, oh, I don't want something like, I don't want a career that I'll just be in it for like close to like 10 years without any career advancement, or just like how government work looks like. You have to wait like 5, 6, 7 years or look for connection to be able to promote yourself, get a promotion. No, cybersecurity, as long as they are putting in the effort, you are making the impact in the organization. And the organization you're working with are seeing the results. Obviously, they will also put in the effort to train you and make sure that your growth does not remain stagnant. That means as long as the organization is growing, you are also growing. So those are the opportunities you get when you eventually get into cybersecurity. So how to get started, right? How do you even get started in cybersecurity? I've been mentioning cybersecurity, the career opportunities, the growth, the demand in the market, and every other stuff. But how do you even get started? Now, what do people really think gets them the job in cybersecurity? This is a pictorial example of what people really used to think, or what they think is the roadmap in getting a job in cybersecurity, which is wrong. Now, this guy is called Karim. He thinks that once he goes to uni, he gets a degree, he gets a cybersecurity job. Funny, right? That's what people think. I go to school, I graduate, there is a job waiting for me. But is that how it really is to happen, right? That's not. Is that the real reality? Like, is that what we get to see when we actually graduate? Because I know some of us here are graduates. So is it that you finish school, you go to uni, you finish university, and probably someone is already awarding you a job as you've got the degree? That's what most of our parents and some of our elderly ones think, or have in their mindset or their mentality, because they felt like, okay, just go to school, finish your school. Obviously, you will get a job immediately because that's how the system is. But no, that's wrong. That's how people think the system is, but that's not how the system really works. Now, this is the reality of things, right? You can go to school, right? You can go to university and get a degree and also get a job. That is, if you are putting in the effort you Karim is putting, meaning as long as you are going to school, but you're also like behind your degree or outside your degree and every other stuff they are pursuing, you are putting in extra effort. Take for example someone that is into software engineering, right? You study software engineering, and we know how university in Nigeria is. They'll just come in, they'll give you an handout, they give you a material to read and prepare for test and exam. No practical approach, no hands-on and other stuff. So that's a big skill gap, right, in the industry and the market. So how do you even get a job? So it's your duty as someone that is, trying to go into uni, to have it in the back of your mind that, as I'm going into uni to study this particular career or particular study, I need to like put in an extra effort, outside of this, so that I can be able to land myself a cybersecurity job. And what are the extra efforts? Example, enrolling yourself in EvolveHQ, because we have tons, we have people, we have career coach, we have mentors, we have instructors that have gotten, many number of experience in this particular career. And another means for you to get a job in cybersecurity, meaning you don't necessarily need to go to uni to get a job in cybersecurity. Like, I can count the number of people that I know, right, that does not really have a degree, but they are doing handsomely very well in the industry. They might not really be employed as a full-time employee, right? But they get to be a contractor as a cybersecurity consultant. Some of them even work as a freelancer, as a cybersecurity consultant, or other specialized role in cybersecurity. But what I'm trying to say is they did not have any degree background. They don't have any degree. They don't go to university, right? They just acquire like the necessary certifications in cybersecurity they need to acquire, and they did their research, join like a community that will push them, network them, and also give them like the opportunities, like posting opportunity, and they get to see all those opportunities in those communities, and they eventually land themselves a cybersecurity job. So it's not like it's not like true, it's not it's not only through university you can get a job in cybersecurity. You can also get a job outside you having a degree, but it's good to have a degree in cybersecurity, but it's not a must thing. Like it's not something that is a do or die kind of stuff. You can be doing well in cybersecurity at the end of the day and probably just go back to continue your studies in the university. But it's not like a must to kind of stuff for you before you get to cybersecurity. A lot of people that I know are not even in the university, but they are doing very, very well. And all these are true, cybersecurity jobs that they've gotten so far. But I spoke about what people think. I spoke about the reality of things, right? I spoke about what people think, the reality of things. But what's the really, really truth? Should I tell you the truth from my own perspective? This is my own perspective here. There is what people think, the reality of things actually. That's how reality is. But what do I think? Me to you, what do I really think? Truth be told, there is no shortcut. There is no golden path. There is no clear path. Take note of that, because I don't want it to be like you felt like, oh, you attended a master class and Pascal eventually told you that once I finish school, I'll get a job. No. Or you now end up saying Pascal said this and that. Those are reality. It works, right? A lot of people go to school, they eventually finish, they do well in university, and eventually get their degree, and they land their first job. That's it. But is it a go-to? Is it a clear path? Is it a golden path? What I mean by golden path means it's fully assured that once I finish school, I get a degree in the university, I get a job. Is it a one-way ticket? No, it's not possible. It's not a one-way ticket. A lot of people, like 90% of people graduating from the university with their degree, eventually don't really get a job in their pursued career, right? And 10% of them eventually gets the job after they finish and other stuff like that. Even all that even comes with a little stuff, maybe like the network and other stuff like that. But it's not still a direct golden path. It's not a shortcut, right? Like I mentioned before, if you are looking for a quick scheme kind of career, like something that you just venture into in 1 month and you start making billions, well, cybersecurity is not it, right? You will eventually make your millions, your six figures, in whatever currency you want to make, but you need to put in that effort. That is what we call effort. Effort means you need to be consistent. You need to be very, 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 very consistent in learning. Not that you learn today and probably next week you will get to now open your system again to learn again. That's not how consistency works. You need to be very, very consistent with your learning and everything like that. So truth be told, there is no shortcut, right? It's a rough road map, right? You can eventually do like this, and eventually land the job. Let me give you an example of how I got my first international gig on role, right? Like I mentioned, I said we attended a particular boot camp 5 years back, and eventually everybody started. They eventually finished the boot camp. 3 months after, then a lot of them are already getting, applying for jobs after they've acquired certifications. Like some of them I mentioned, I said they have a degree, but it's not cybersecurity or tech related. But 3 months after this boot camp, some of them are already getting a jobs, right? They're already landing their first job already. But I have not gotten my first job then because of what? I'm still in the university. I'm an undergraduate. Then I was still an undergraduate. And there is no way I'm going to like say, okay, I want to like pursue a job or like start hunting for a job while being an undergraduate, that time. And because most of the system we have in Nigeria is, you have to be on site. You have to, even though it's not on site, you have to like be within that, that area or that state and other stuff like that. So it's a lot for me. And that joy, that jubilation, I've acquired the skill, but there is no job, right? But I'm an undergraduate. At that time, I was an undergraduate. So how do I get that job? Then I started creating what they call visibility online. That's what I'm saying. There is no clear route, no golden path. The only thing you need once you are getting into cybersecurity is mentorship. You need to mirror how it's working for others. You need to look at, okay, what are these guys doing that is different from what I'm doing? Is this something that I can put into, like I can adapt or take and learn? You get, you just need to look around you and it's okay. This is my mentor. This is someone I look up to. This is someone that, okay, I follow a lot on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Facebook, and on Instagram, and this person is doing well. How do I mirror this guy's step? How do I follow? How do I even adapt to it? You can learn from what he's doing and apply it to what you are doing, and it might eventually work, and it might eventually not work for you, right? So there is no really any clear path, no good impact when it comes to cybersecurity. Just start, just learn, just keep grinding. Like, just have it in the back of your mind that it's going to be better at the end of the day. But keep grinding, because you don't know who is going to get you your first job. So back to the story, right? I kind of started creating visibility for myself. I made use of LinkedIn. I started posting a lot. On my WhatsApp status, I got to be known as something. That's one thing I used to advise a lot of people, right? It's very, very good for someone to know you for something. I used to mentor my students and I would tell them that if you know you're not coming from a generational wealth, like you know that your father did not follow them and be digging 16 oil well, right? Your father did not follow them and be having the kind of money Dangote has. You are not coming from a 1.7 billion household, right? You don't have such kind of money in your account. You are not a billionaire. You know you are coming from the trenches. Then you need to shamelessly advertise what you do. There is no room, or yes, there is no room for I'm shy, I'm introvert. I don't want to I don't like to post. I like to stay hidden. I want to stay behind the hood, right? Guy, you will just be there. I don't know how to put it. You will just, well, probably when the angel, like God wants to guys do something magical, shall. But the true fact is those that make that noise, those that are visible, those that create visibility for themselves, that eventually get the opportunities that I'm talking about in cybersecurity. But if you have the talent and you're not making the noise, it's going to be very hard for people to notice you, unless probably someone that is making noise, or someone that has that visibility notice your talent and eventually help you in putting your talent out there, or as a means of networking. But even at that, even if you are not connected to people, there is no way someone will be able to know that you are talented, right? So I used to advise people that be shameless when you are putting out what you know, or what you are, or letting people know what you do for a living or what you are learning. If you eventually get into EvolveHQ, there is nothing stopping you from announcing it on LinkedIn and telling them, oh, I've started a 3-month boot camp with this particular academy. This is what I'm learning. This is what I hope to learn. This is what I hope to achieve. This is what I hope to be at the end of this boot camp. And I hope that is a post, that's a blog. You allow people, you've spread that awareness that, okay, you started something. You've started something for yourself. You've started learning cybersecurity, and then you start letting them know. It's just like those guys. Okay, let's take for example. It just look like movie. When you are watching a series, and let's take for example, you watch episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. Will it be that when you are watching episode 1, and is it that the movie producer skipped to episode 10? No, it was giving them. It was the producer was giving it to you episode by episode. That's episode 1, episode 2. So when you are letting them know about what you are learning or what you are doing for for a living and other stuff like that, or your services, you need to update your people or probably your network regularly. If it's not if you are busy and you can't do it every day, you can be doing it once in a while, like once in a while, probably 3 times in a week. Just let them know you are there. That was the skill. That's the method I applied during my time then. I was an undergraduate. There was no way I was going to get a job. That is a true fact, right? But I put myself out there. That is what we call visibility, LinkedIn visibility. I made sure people know what I do, what I'm learning, and what I know in regards to cybersecurity. And on my WhatsApp, they know me for one thing. I'm learning cybersecurity. Oh, you're into cybersecurity. Even got to one point, someone was like, "Oh, you don't even know anything apart from cybersecurity." That is like the stigma that I created around myself because of the number of posts I put out there. Then suddenly one day, just one nice, full, faithful, beautiful day, someone just reached out to me on WhatsApp and was like, "Okay, I've been seeing your post. I've been seeing what you do. I really love your energy and the effort you've been putting so far. What do you do? What is the what career path are you in cybersecurity?" And I told him and I shared my resume and everything to him and he was like, "Oh, that's nice. That he has an offer to offer me." And he said, "Okay." And I said, "Okay, that's nice." And he was like, "Okay, the job is small, but it's a long time um it's a long time gig. It's going to take for like a year. It's going to be like for a year and all that stuff like that." I was like, "Oh, that's nice." Then this is someone I'm someone that is coming from the trenches, right? I'm someone that is I'm not my father is not a generational, does not have any generational wealth. It does not have money, right? That's if true, that's one true fact about me. I came from the trenches. Then this guy just like told me that, oh, the pay is going to be $100 for a week. And I just need to be doing a very, very simple task every day. Just log in, do a very simple task in cybersecurity as a risk analyst, and you'll be done for the day, right? Few hours, just finish it, and you're done getting $100 at that time every week. Now, look at someone as me being an undergraduate. And later on, when I was working with this certain organization, this same gig, they continue to extend it. They continue to extend, and continue to increase my pay. Continue to increase my pay as a contractor with them. They continue to increase it, and I get money weekly. Now, this is a strategy that's a strategy I made use of, and it worked, right? This is me coming out, like I attended the boot camp just like how EvolveHQ is promoting, like giving the opportunity to you all to like join. And simple as that, I made use of that knowledge in that particular bootcamp and applied the skill or the method of visibility, and I got that job. So there is no shortcuts, there is no clear path, there is no golden path. I feel like what you need is just do it. Start. Let people know that you are doing something, right? Just do it. You want to start a career in cybersecurity? Start. Don't procrastinate. Don't say, "Oh, I don't have money yet." Start. If it's an investment, just start. If you are interested in cybersecurity, just start. There is no late hour, there is no early hour. Just start. Do your thing. Post on LinkedIn, post on Twitter. Let them know what you do. Let them know what you are learning. Let them know where you are. Let them know the service you are offering. Shamelessly promote yourself. I used to tell people, don't feel like it's shameful. Don't feel like it's I'm too shy. No, shamelessly let people know that this is what I do for a living. I do this for a living. This is my services that I provide. Patronize me. Simple as that. So let's continue. So bear in mind that there is no clear path, there is no golden path, there is nothing like this path. This is the path that's sure. That is the most assured path. Nothing like that. There is nothing like, oh, if I use this path, if I follow this path, this direction, like this, I'm getting a job. No, it does not. There is no one way kind of path. Any kind of path can work for you. Just start. There is no shortcuts, no clear path, no golden path. Just start. So that was it. So I've been talking about cybersecurity, talking about the roadmap towards getting a job in cybersecurity. But what are the skills? What are the qualifications that you need? What are the things that you need to acquire that you will now say to yourself that, oh yes, I have the necessary skills to say I'm a cybersecurity professional, or or to say to yourself that, oh, you have a career, or you have the required knowledge and skills to get a job in cybersecurity. Now, first thing you need to get to know in cybersecurity is networks. You need to be very, very proficient with network, regardless of the career role or path, or probably specialized roles you will fall in when you are done with cybersecurity, or once you acquire your knowledge in cybersecurity. Regardless of the specialized roles you are going to eventually find yourself in, you need to have in network skills, right? The networking skills, you need to have that. You need to have that particular skills. Programming language skills is not necessary. Like, it's not a must. It's only um it's only relevant. Programming skills, being proficient in programming language skills is only relevant to some certain specialization. Like, there are certain specialization that require you to have like programming language, but not all of them. Like the parts that I am now, or the particular specialized role I'm into right now in cybersecurity, which is the information security risk management, right? Does not require you to have a programming language skills. Or if you are into GRC, another specialized part, it does not require you to have programming skills. When you'll be needing your programming language skills is maybe when you are eventually getting into your penetration testing, or you want to be a penetration tester, that's a specialized role, or you want to be a SOC analyst and you want to advance your skills in a SOC analyst specialized role. Another thing you need to know that are essential to you in eventually that is going to be essential to you when you're in cybersecurity is soft skills. Soft skills are very, very, very important, because eventually what you are trying to do is you are trying to advise an organization on what to do to protect their digital assets, to protect their digital information. Now, if you don't have soft skills to communicate to this organization, then there is no way you are going to be able to relate to the organization or let them know what you even know self, right? There is no way you are going to be able to relate properly with the organization. So communication as a soft skills is very, very important. So I used to let people know that regardless of whatever you know before, like even if what you are doing before is graphic design, some of the skills you've acquired working as a graphic designer will still be needed when you get into cybersecurity. So things like communication, ability to collaborate with teams, ability to work in a team, ability to be a team member or a teammate. Because some of us, I figured some of us don't really have that skill to work well with people, right? So you need to have a skill to work, because cybersecurity is a teamwork. It's not a one-man mopo kind of job, right? Cybersecurity is a teamwork, and it requires you to work in a team. It requires you to have teams collaboration, meaning if you are in a particular team, you need to be collaborating with another team to be able to get a project done. So team collaboration, teamwork is also a soft skill you need to have. Problem solving. Now, this is a very, very important core skills in cybersecurity, because you need to be a problem solver. You need to be someone that's able to like identify a problem and also advise on the solution to that particular problem. That is also a skill that you need to have. So acquiring all these skills will give you that confidence in getting any job you need to get in cybersecurity as an entry level cybersecurity personnel. So educational background, like I said, educational background, having a degree is a bonus, right? It's a bonus. Let's take for example, like I said I know someone that don't have a degree but has a job, has a job in cybersecurity. But what I did not tell you all is the efforts the person is putting, like the person that does not have a degree, the effort is putting into getting this job is going to be like times 50 to it's going to be like times 50 to get that job compared to someone that has a degree already. Like if you have a degree in cybersecurity, it's more or less like you have, or if you have a degree on its own, it's more or less you have an edge. You have like, and you have the upper hand compared to someone that does not have a degree. So it's a bonus, and it's also something that will put you at the front, maybe when you are in competition with someone to acquire a particular job. So your educational background is also significant. Certifications, we have some certifications that are very, very significant and go-to kind of certifications that you need to have. All these certification are kind of certification that you need to have or acquire to be able to like validate that okay, this particular you have this particular expertise and knowledge in carrying out this job, right? So your certification is just to validate your just to certify that okay, you have these particular skills, you have this particular knowledge in executing this particular job. So it's a bonus. If two people are applying for a job and you have a certification related to that particular job, you will be the first person to be called for an interview before the other person is going to be considered. So those are core skills and qualification you need to pay attention to. Now, the main business, right? Now, what are the career paths that we have in cybersecurity? Now we have, like I've been mentioning before, I said we have specialized roles. We call them specialization, cybersecurity specialization. And you will get to see a whole lot of specialized roles in cybersecurity, a whole lot, because cybersecurity is diverse. It's diverse. It's not like a one-way kind of career, right? Just like how we have those that went to school to study medicine, we have different specialization even when you are going to study medicine, right? We have normal medical doctor consultants, like we have the ones that you can go there for general consultation, right? And we have the ones that okay, these ones are for surgery, these ones are for pregnant women, these ones are for specialized kind of duties and responsibilities. So we have them in cybersecurity. We have diverse specialization in cybersecurity. And also we have entry-level positions. Entry-level positions simply means it's you are just starting, right? Especially when you are not going in as a specialized you are not going in for a specialized roles. Because why is it called an entry-level jobs is if you don't have any work experience, like let's take for example, most of us on this, like most of you on this call might not have any technical work experience before or cybersecurity experience before, meaning you don't have any cybersecurity experience apart from you being on this call. You don't have any experience before now. Now you then finish this boot camp, right? You finish this particular boot camp and you want to apply for a job. You won't be able to go for specialized roles. Specialized roles, anything they call, if you see any person in the industry, any cybersecurity person or personnel in the industry that tells you, okay, that mention a specialized role to you, that mention to you that, okay, it's working as a specialized ethical hacker or incident response, it means this particular person is no longer an entry level, is not working as an entry level, is not working an entry level position. Because for you to be in a specialized role, it means you've gone beyond the foundational knowledge and other stuff like that. They don't need to train you. The organization don't need to be prepping you on things to do. You are just coming in to deliver your services, to show the skills that you've done or you know. So you don't specialization means it's like um an intermediate level position, meaning after your entry level position, you then move forward in getting to that role. So for entry level position, as long as you finish this boot camp, you've gotten the knowledge, you've gotten the experience, you've finished everything, and you've done your own due diligence and other stuff like that. And once if you want to go for a particular role, they might employ you as a cybersecurity analyst, an entry level. They might employ you as a SOC analyst, entry level. All these roles does not require you to have like in-depth specialization, just general overview and how to make use of some certain tools and other stuff like that. And they'll give you the job because they believe that it's an entry level role, and you still need to be supervised. So once you come into the job, they'll supervise you, they'll prep you, they'll give you like 3 months training. Yes, they'll still give you like 3 months training on the job to get you that hands-on experience and everything like that. So the lucky thing is EvolveHQ provides you with all the how do I put it? It provides you with that particular hands-on experience to gain that expertise in that specific areas in cybersecurity. So if you are lucky, or probably if you put your um if you do your own, if you are going to be doing your homework very, very well, and you enroll, you are going to be enrolling into this particular training, and you are doing your own work very, very well, you are doing your studies very, very well. As long as you are doing your studies very, very well, very, very, very well, you can skip the entry level positions when applying for interviews, because what we are offering here in EvolveHQ is what you'll be getting as an entry level position. So you can even up your pay or better negotiation, better negotiation with the organization to get get a good pay and other stuff. And you can even venture into specialized roles, because entry level positions is for you to gain hands-on, because they believe, the organization believe that you don't have any hands-on experience before coming. You don't have any work experience before coming. That means zero experience, but you are coming into the organization because you are tasty for the knowledge, and you already did your own research, and you have foundational skills and that stuff. Like, we employ you, they'll give you like 3 months training to brush you up and give you that expertise in the specific role they want you to be on. And that's what we know. That's what we know as that's what is called entry level positions. Now, roles and responsibilities in cybersecurity career path, roles and responsibility are very, very distinct, right? They are very, very distinct. You can't mix it up. If you are into ethical hacker, your roles and responsibilities different from someone in incident response, or in risk management, or in security engineering, or other specialized role, even in digital forensics, or a lot like that, a lot of them like that. So roles and responsibility are very, very distinct. Like, it's very clear. You see the difference between the roles and responsibility in those specific areas of expertise. So each expertise in cybersecurity has its own roles and responsibility in an organization. It's not like it's not like you are doing everything. An ethical hacker has its own rules and responsibility, or what it does in the organization. Someone in someone in the incident response, someone in the risk management also have what they do in the organization. So I was talking about ethical hackers and what they do in the organization, like their roles and responsibilities. So if someone does meet you meet someone and it tells you that, oh, I'm an ethical hacker, and you'll be feeling like, oh, what's an ethical hacker? So for you to avoid that, you can an ethical hacker is someone that helps an organization to identify, helps them to identify vulnerabilities, weakness, proactively. They proactively help the organization to identify vulnerability by breaking into the organizational system. Like, the organization will give them the permission to break into the system or to the network, and identify vulnerabilities that can't be detected through automated scan, like using all these softwares to scan your, like, we have a lot of softwares that we use in scanning for vulnerability, weakness, flaws in an organization. So most organization believes that such kind of software might not detect those hidden vulnerabilities and flaws that will give the attacker the chance to attack the organization. So they will employ an ethical hacker that will come in, that will act as an attacker. They will act as an attacker, and they will break into the system and the network to they will break into the defense. They will try and break into the defense, and after they break into the defense, they'll write it into the report that, oh, this is how we broke into your defense. So these are the vulnerabilities we detected. They'll write it in the report, and they'll tell them what they need to do to mitigate it and other stuff like that. So that's the duty of an ethical penetration testing or tester. So we have security analysts. This particular role or specialization is similar to SOC analyst. Yes, it's just different names or similar. So what they do is they are like the first line of defense. They are called the first line of defense, whereby they help in monitoring and analyzing security measures, security alerts, identifying any security issues in the organization. So if anything is happening in the organization, they are the first people to know. Like they are the security analysts are the first people that are supposed to know. Or if something is about to happen or something is about to happen, they are the first people to know that something is about to happen, something is about to happen, because their whole duty or responsibility in an organization is to help in monitoring security alerts or analyzing security measures. And they have a particular tool they make use of. They have various type, and what these tools does is it collects logs, like it collects logs and other stuff in the organization. It helps in collecting logs. It's centralized, right? But what it does is it collects logs in all the old areas or like systems, devices, networks, in the organization. It collects the logs, analyze it, and help in identifying, okay, which one can be flagged as which one can be flagged as a security event that will lead to a data breach, or probably a malicious attempt about to go down or something like that. So I'm coming now to show you something. So can you see my screen now? I'm showing a different so this is thank you very much. So this is Wazoo. This is an example of what I was talking about concerning security analyst. Now, like I said the security analysts, what they do is they help in monitoring and identifying security issues or security alerts or security events. So what they do, they sit on the system and they will look at, okay, what is going on in the system. Because I said this particular tool is a centralized tool, right? It's a centralized tool that collects logs from different areas in the organization. That's the network. Instead of you manually going to each of those devices and network or system individually and manually checking them for alert or security situation or issues, this particular software, they call it SEM. What it does, or they call it SEM or SIM. What it does is it collects the logs or connects to those systems, those networks, those devices, and collects the logs from them and analyze it. Logs means like how do I put it? I want to like use a layman kind of stuff for you to be able to understand what logs means. Okay, logs means a footprint. Like let me say like a footprint of what is going on in that particular it's like a detailed footprint of what is going on in a particular device. Let's say if you are working on your system, or we've been working on your system, and I collect the log of this your particular system or the system you are working with, and the log will show me what will I'll be able to identify anything you've been doing or the stuff you've been doing on that particular system, where you've gone to, what you've interacted with, what happened with the system, or what is happening with your system currently, or what you don't even know is happening with your system. It's like a footprint of whatever is going on in that particular system. So it collects the logs, right? The SEM or the SIM collects the logs, and because it's centralized stuff, it brings it into a particular dashboard and analyze it. So you as a security analyst, you just go there, I'll just log in, right? I'll log in into the platform. We have various type of software. This is Wazoo. This Wazoo is open source. If you are getting into this, is one of the stuffs you'll be learning. You'll learn how to install this particular Wazoo. You'll learn how to, because I'm making use of a simulated lab. So, but you won't be using a simulated lab when you eventually enroll into the academy, because you'll be taught on how to install this particular software, how to integrate it, how to integrate it with your own system, as to your own system, to collect logs from your system, how to integrate it, how to be able to monitor logs, know what monitor log analysis and every other stuff you need to know as a security analyst, or to be able to do a job of a security analyst. So you will learn how to configure, install, and other stuff. This is just a simulated lab, so I'll be going through all those things because of time. So I just want to like give you like a demo of what, as a security analyst, what you get to see, when working as a security analyst. So as I said, it will collect the logs from different network devices and everything. It will bring it together, analyze it. Then after analyzing it, the dashboard, or let's say the SEM, will then the SEM will now be able to like identify, like the SEM will help you in identifying whatever security errors. Like it will help you identify that, okay, we have a security alert, we have a security issues, we have a security alert, we have a security event that can be flagged as positive, that okay, this can lead to a data breach and other stuff like that. To help you, you will see all various type of security events that will be flagged. So the ones that that okay, as serious issues, you work on them, you will attend to them, respond to them. If it's something that is beyond your power or something like that, you can escalate it to your team leader, or probably to your next probably you are working in level 1, you can escalate it to level 2 or level 3, just like when you're working on you're working in a customer service stuff. So this is just an overview. So these are windows. I can create a visualization, based on what I want to do. Like I can create a visualization that will tell me that, okay, this visualization I can create it based on, okay, once I'm coming in, this visualization, I want it to be showing me things about login attempts that failed. You can create a visualization that shows, okay, I want it to just show me only network related particular security incidents, and it should be within this particular time frame. I want it to be like within a month. That's the visualization. You can just come in, create a visualization. Maybe you want to create, you can create even it's going to be like in form of a pie chart. You see, it can be an area, it can be like a data table, it can be like a Garnet, it can be a heat map, anything you want in whatever form. You can even search for, let's say, bar charts. Sorry, just to give you a visual representative of what you are working on. I can just click on Wazoo Alert. It just list it out for me. I can just come in, just look into it, and I'll see what I need to look at. If there is anything, I can even configure it further, like add, like, okay, if this one is a serious security alert, or this is a serious security issue, color it red, color it this. So these are all what you'll be learning when you eventually come into the academy, or enroll into the academy. These are like tips. I'm just giving like a tip of what you get to see or learn. So like I said, if you eventually enroll into this academy, you don't need to be struggling with entry-level positions, because we'll be teaching you what an entry-level positions needs to have, like the hands-on and every other stuff. You will get to be very familiar with all these tools and other stuff like that. So we have security engineers. I refer to these people as security architects, because what they mostly do, what an architect do now, they help in designing buildings, they help in designing building and other stuff like that. So just like how what you know as an architect, we have security engineer. I refer to them as security architects. What they do is they help in designing, implementing, and maintaining security systems. So if you want to like design a workflow system, probably you want this system to work in certain ways, or you want to implement this system to integrate. Probably you introduce a new system into the organization. Let's take, for example, you are making use of like the Wazoo I showed you now. You are using Wazoo in your organization, and probably you want to like integrate maybe a new software that will make more work easier for your security analyst. It's the work of your security engineer to be able to design the integration. Okay, how will the workflow, how will these two systems integrate together? Is the work of the security engineer. They will integrate it. So, hello.
Yeah, you went on for a while, but we can hear you now. You're back.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Olaliko. So the job, the security engineer role or specialized role is a hot cake now in the industry. A lot of people are looking for or employing people in this particular role, security engineer, because a lot of people are like, because of the way technology is moving now, people are those that are making use of legacy systems, legacy technologies. They are looking for ways to, change their environment, make use of advanced technologies to bring them in, to be able to integrate advanced technology into their legacy system. So those jobs, those works are the duty of security engineer. They help them to merge, integrate, build, design, implement all these security devices and security systems that will boost the they will boost the organization defense against cyber threats. So security consultants, this one is very, very, very popular. A lot of people are into these particular rules. But before you can become a security consultant, you need like this is a senior role. Yes, so for you to be a cyber security consultant or a consultant at that, for you to be referred to as a consultant for something, it means you have in-depth knowledge, in-depth experience. So you need to have like 5 years and above for you to even be referred to as a consultant, right? So you refer to as consultant because a consultant will provide advice. Their work, their duty is to advise an organization on security strategies to put in place. They advise them on the compliance, they advise them on the risk management, they advise them on what to do to, have a robust security posture in their organization. So they're like an advisor, or they serve as an advisor. So they are there. So for you to be a consultant or to have this consulting expertise, you need to have like 5 years in whatever role you are playing in. So if you say, okay, I'm a security engineer and you've been in that role for like 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, you can say, okay, I'm a cybersecurity consultant in this particular role. And if an organization needs your service, they will consult you on what to do. They can consult you on like, oh, given your number of years in this particular role, what can you advise us to do? And you as a consultant, you advise them, give them your knowledge, you advise them based on your experience and your knowledge in that particular role. So it's a senior level role. Not everybody uh not everybody ends up being a consultant, but yeah, it's a senior level role. So we also have CISO. Yes, CISO. Just like how we have head of department, head of this, head of that, head of whatever, whatever. Your CISO, your Chief Information Security Staff, is the boss. We have hierarchy in an organization. We have the board, we have the executive boards, we have the CEO, right? We have the managing directors. Now, when it comes to security aspect, anything related to security, the Chief Information Security Officer is the head. And the Chief Information Security Officer only reports to the top management, probably to the CISO or I say to the CISO. The CISO only reports to probably the CEO or the managing director, or those are the top. those at the top, they are key executive personnel or officer in an organization. And what they do is they are responsible for establishing and maintaining an organization enterprise vision, objective, mission, and values. So they ensure that whatever the organization is doing aligns well with whatever security practices they are putting in place. They are the ones that ensure everything related to cybersecurity is working perfectly well in the organization. So that's for the CISO. So call to action. I will give the mic to Oluwabukumi to continue. No worry. The time for questioning, Q&A. Okay, let's do Q&A. So before then, Oluwabukumi will probably just give me few minutes to few minutes to do the Q&A, and
Okay.
we can move
great.
to.
Okay, sorry.
We can move to.
Okay, I know you.
Hi, Olalekan.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you, sir?
Very fine, thanks.
I know you joined our training last year, and have you fully transitioned within your organization, sir?
Not fully, but I'm almost getting close.
Great.
So I just want to keep going.
Okay. Great. Thank you for that. Okay, pass over to you, please. And Laliko, I thought you wanted to ask him a question.
Yes. I wanted to. I'm sorry to take our trainer back, but I just wanted him to just a breeze through again on there are two roles he talked about, which skipped me. I skipped off. So at some point, so I think it was network. So the security analyst and the ethical hacker and the penetration tester. So I think my network took me off. I just wanted to just paraphrase on those two roles again. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So apart from Olalekan, is there any other question? So I can take them all at once. I want to take every questions all at once. So we'll be done with the Q&A section. Then we'll move to the call to action. Is there any other question other than the question from Olalekan? If you have if you are confused, you don't really get what we are doing, or probably you missed the point, or you feel I should come back again, just let me know. So I'll attend to it. So Olalekan, I'll attend to your question now. So live of new, just unmute yourself and let me know your question.
Hello, good evening. So my question is, how do you know what department you need to dive into if you're a newbie in cybersecurity?
Okay, yes. Most times, right? Okay. Give me a few minutes, sorry.
Okay, so while we were waiting for Pascal, I would like to appreciate each and everyone that has stayed through this period. It has been a great and insightful section of the class. Also, it's quite very, very interesting that thank God we even have an alumni on the call right now. That's the person of Engineer Olalekan. So our training is starting next month, and it's a 2 months training. And apparently, we are offering each and everybody on the call a 20% discount. Right now, we are offering you a 20% discount, and there is a date for the 20% discount. Once the training starts officially, right now, EvolveHQ is offering to everyone what they call a 20% discount on the cybersecurity training starting in April. The original price
I'm back.
100. Oh, you're back. Oh, give me 2 minutes, please, Pascal.
Let me answer to those questions before the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So I think somebody's hand is also up. Okay, go ahead, please.
Okay, so let me answer the first two questions, then I will attend to you. So for the first one, Olalekan said his network was bad when we were explaining pen testing and security analyst. So for pen testers, right, I said penetration testers are those that proactively, when I say proactive, it means they actively interact with the network so as to identify vulnerabilities. So they more or less act like an attacker, like they behave, they exhibit the same behavior as an attacker, but ethically, because they are given the permission to hack into those networks or breach their defense. The reason why they do this, or most organizations do this, is because most of these software that identify vulnerabilities are automated, meaning we really don't have much control over how they identify. Okay, apart from configuring the plugins, we really don't know how they get to identify vulnerabilities, but some hidden ones kind of used to escape those kind of vulnerability assessments. So that is where penetration testing come in. So sometimes most organizations, they don't even use to employ penetration testers. They used to use vulnerability assessments, just get a tool and they'll start running vulnerability assessments, which is bad because you still need human involved, like penetration testers, to come in and test your network, test your system, test your defense, and identify hidden vulnerabilities that might have escaped those what do you call it? That would have escaped the scan, the vulnerability scan, when it is scanning the network. And why I said they come in like an attacker is because the same way an attacker will want to breach your network or your defense is the same way a penetration tester will want to breach the defense, but in a different way, because the organization is going to give them a go ahead. Ethically, they are giving them a go ahead to do it, but they are giving them a go ahead to do it. So an ethical hacker are going to be doing any penetration testing with permission. So if you are doing any penetration testing without a permission, then you are more or less an attacker. But you need a permission for you to be ethical, right? So you are going to be breaching the defense. Once you breach their defense, you report to them that, oh, this is the vulnerability that allowed me to breach your defense, and this is how you are going to mitigate those vulnerabilities and other stuff like that. So that's our pen tester. For security analysts, like I said, they are more or less like SOC analysts, and I refer to them as the first line of defense, right? Because what they do is they help in monitoring and analyzing security alerts, events, measures, and also identifying security issues. So, and I said most of these organizations, what they make use of is a solution called SIEM or SIEM. And what this solution does is it's a centralized management system that helps in collecting logs from devices, networks, and other stuff like that, and they pull them together, puts them in a place, analyze them, and identify the ones that that can be known as security issues, that are seen as security issues. And you, as a security analyst, you go in there, you look at the dashboard, and you pick or resolve the ones that are security issues, and also closely monitor the security measures in the organization. That's for security. And we look into what an example of what this solution is. That's the Wazoo. And we did just look at the environment, the dashboard, and everything like that. And I said, if you are enrolling into this academy, you will be taught on how to configure Wazoo and other stuff like that. So that's not an issue. So back to live of new question. So how do you know the role or department you'll fall into when you get employed? Now, if you are getting employed for an entry-level position, like you are going in as an entry-level position, like I mentioned, I divided it. I said one is specialization, the other one entry-level. So if you are going in, maybe it's an entry-level position that was open and you eventually got the job. Now, you might not, in the job role that you are the entry-level position, in the job requirement and everything, you would have seen what you need to, like what you'll be doing, or like an insight on what you'll be doing in the organization, right? So But that's not all as an entry level, because you're an entry level position. So the organization will still train you for like 3 months to be able to get used to their network, get used to their system, get used to their solutions, or probably the software they use in, carrying out those requirements. They will train you for like 3 months. That's when you are coming as an entry level position. So you will eventually be, after the whole training, they are training you for a particular specific role or a specific expertise, right? Because you are coming as an entry level position. So probably the job requirement is for you to have general knowledge about this particular network, this basic knowledge about this, basic knowledge about that, basic knowledge about this. So you won't be confused when you be seeing those terms in the organization. So when you now come in, they will now train you for like 3 months for a specific expertise or a specific role. So that's the role you now eventually fall into. So there's another one too, for specialization. If you are going into the organization as a specialized role, obviously you are going to be working in that particular specialized role, because you are going in as a specialized stuff like that. So the next, you can unmute yourself and I hope I've answered your question live of New and Olalekan.
Yes, you have, but I want to know if those you can actually switch in departments, like you can switch in what you're good at. Maybe, I don't know how to put it, but maybe you are employed as a cyber security engineer in one particular company. Can you switch for another company as a security consultant or CISO or something
Very,
based on
very,
how the
very,
career is going?
very, very well. Like that's very, 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 very well. That's a very big yes. That's why when I started this, when we are the previous slide, I mentioned something called career opportunity, which is very, very common in cybersecurity. You can start as an entry, like I mentioned, I said I have someone that started as an entry level stuff, end up as a consultant, end up as manager, now head of stuff, right? If this particular individual decided that okay, wants to leave this organization and go to probably a startup, this particular individual can even go to this startup as a CISO, depending on the skills you've acquired. So if probably you started as a security analyst, you've been learning and learning and learning, and you felt like, oh, I want to like try, because the world is moving fast, digital world, there is a lot of stuff going on, and you ask me, okay, AI looks a little bit fascinating, and AI is growing, a lot of people are making use of AI and other stuff. And you can also decide that, okay, let me be an AI security researcher. And you'll be learning low key behind, outside of the time you use in working and other stuff like that. You'll be working, by the time you acquire the necessary skills to, get the job, you can eventually leave your organization, merge both knowledge together from the one you are learning currently as probably as a cloud security engineer or a cloud security stuff, and the one you've learned before, you merge both together. You can use it to acquire a new role or get a new role in a different organization, or even in that particular organization you're working with. You just, you meet the HR, and if there is an opening, you apply for a different role and you move to a different department. There is nothing like remaining stagnant in cybersecurity unless you don't want to learn. As long as you are learning and you're learning new things, there is a different rules to. You can switch up. You can switch 5 rules in a year, yeah, as long as you have the required skills and experience, knowledge to execute the job. That's not a problem. In fact, the more rules you switch, the better, because that way you are acquiring a whole lot of a whole lot of experience and knowledge. That means you have diverse perspective. Meaning, if you have a knowledge about cybersecurity analyst and you eventually learned about you went for a boot camp that taught you about cloud security. If you merge both skills together, you can get maybe a cloud security engineer role, right? Now, the boost is you have a security analyst experience. That means you have an experience on monitoring and analyzing security situations, and you've now acquired cloud security, whatever knowledge. You can merge both, use the experience here and the one you've acquired here, and get a new role and a good pay. From there, if you want to decide that, okay, you want to go to penetration testing, if you have the penetration testing skills, you move too. So that's just it. It's a very good thing and other stuff like that. Fola, you can omit
I
yourself.
was going to ask a question also to follow up my question. So part of the tools we'll be using, apart from those free tools, are there tools that probably, not every tools will be free in the industry. There might be some that people have to actually pay for. So, but maybe they might not be off the budget. Maybe just within a reasonable budget. Are there tools like that one might just be trying to be practicing, since there are tools that you actually might come across, so that you already have a bit of exposure before you are now. So they see that you have
Okay.
that as a leverage amongst
Okay.
others. You are when you're buying for a role.
Okay. So for this role, especially for SEM dashboards, like mostly when you are working as a security analyst, you play with dashboards like SEM dashboard. They are similar. It's just like someone saying they are doing the same, they are functioning the same way. No, they're not functioning the same way because they have different interface. No, they are functioning the same way, but they have different interface. That's just it. Splunk does the same work Wazoo does, but Splunk is commercial, meaning you need to pay an enterprise fee to get it. Like Wazoo is free, but it does the same work. Wazoo does the same work, exactly the same work Splunk does. And whatever tools you want to integrate with your Splunk, you can integrate it on your Wazoo, meaning you can acquire the same knowledge and skills that someone using Splunk in an enterprise has already. You get. Now, the only difference is that Wazoo interface is different. Just like, okay, you are using you are using a Linux OS, right? A Linux operating system, and probably what you are using is Parrot. Parrot interface is different, but it's the same thing. The commands you are running and everything like that is the same command you'll be running on Ubuntu or Kali Linux, right? Foundation at the foundational level, they are doing the same function, but the interfaces are just different. And when it comes to all these penetration testing tools, some of them are commercial, some of them are open source, but the ones that are open source also does the same function as what this one. That's why they are known as. Why is it known as open source? Because you can contribute to it, and they made it available so that those that don't have the necessary money and other stuff to do this can be able to use this open source to acquire the same knowledge as someone that is using a commercial like that. So that's just it. So regardless of where you are, even if you're a cloud security, you are trying to pursue cloud security as a career or as a specialized role, as Microsoft is giving out 200 free credits for those that are coming in, as a student or something like that. AWS also have the same similar benefit and other stuff. So you can use those stuffs and carry out whatever project and stuff you want to do on your Microsoft or on your AWS dashboard and whatever. So it's just different interfaces, but it's just like someone that has said, okay, I know how to make use of Microsoft Azure for this particular task or role, and it's not saying it does not have the required knowledge for AWS. That's wrong. If you know Azure, Microsoft Azure, your Microsoft Azure very, very well, like you know what your Microsoft Azure is all about, probably as a security engineer. If you are coming into AWS environment, it's just like a week to get yourself familiar with the interface and the naming. You get just the interface and the name. Apart from that, you don't finish. It's just that. So it is the same function. What this one does, this particular one too, is doing it. Fola, please, you've been raising up your hand for a while. Sorry about that. Can you unmute yourself and tell me your question? Hello, Fola. Can you hear me?
I still have some questions. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, I can.
Hello.
I can hear you. Loud and clear. Yes, I can.
Okay. All right, sure. So I want to ask how should I prepare myself for the training? Then I also want to ask how intense will the training be? Like what are the training methods that will be implemented? Then what are the requirements to get in? I don't know if my questions are clear, sir.
Do you mean get into the EvolveHQ training?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and how intense it's going to be? Okay, I'm going to ask. I'm
How
going to
intense?
answer. Okay, I'm going to leave that question to Alfred because that's the head of operation. for the academy.
Okay.
That's the call to action that when we get to that slide after the Q&A, it's going to give you like overview of what the academy is all about, the intensity of the training, and how you get into the training, how you be able to get in, how you enroll, and yeah, basically everything you need to know concerning the training will be
Okay.
informed to you. Well, Alfred will inform you about it.
Okay,
I hope I answered your question.
okay. Lastly, and will the training will it prepare us for any role in cybersecurity?
Okay, that question is nice, right? It will prepare you for an entry-level positions. Entry-level positions meaning what you will be learning to be, what you will be gaining or getting as an entry-level position, or what you'll be getting as an entry-level cybersecurity personnel is what you'll be getting from the training. Meaning, you can use through the training, you can skip your entry level whatever, because whatever you are getting from your entry level will be given to you in the training, right? So let's take, for example, you want to be a penetration tester, right? In the training, after like 1 month, or yes, after a month of the introductory class and foundational class, you will be separated into different roles, probably as a pen tester, cloud, this. I think the last month in the 3 months or something like that. I don't know. Alfred will give you further explanation. Yes, you will now be subdivided into the roles that you want to like fall into. If you are someone that want to be like a cloud security, you'll be divided into a different class. If you're someone that want to be a security, that's after you've been given an overview of all the whole thing, you need to know in cybersecurity. Okay, after you've gotten the whole idea behind cybersecurity and all about. So that's it. So I think I answered your question, Fola. But Alfred will give you detailed explanation, anything concerning the training.
All right, thank you very much.
All right. So someone raised up his hands. Anybody else that has a question? That I saw someone raised up his hands. I will probably have answered your question then. Okay, Alfred, to you then.
Thank you very much. Please let us appreciate Pascal. It has been an interesting ride with our stickers. Let us appreciate Pascal with our stickers. Jonathan, I can see you here. Yeah, Ayola. Let's appreciate him with our stickers. Let's appreciate him with our stickers. So, thank you, everyone, and thank you for staying to this moment. Yes, so thank you very much for staying to this moment. Somebody asked a question. Yeah, the training it's hands-on, practical, intensive, and thank God we have a student on the call that is a living testimony. That's why I just have to ask him to say he has recommended people to join the training because of the way the training is designed. You would work on a lot of things in the course of the training, and you will get your answers. You would ask questions. You would download this lab. You would do that. So it's a couple of days that you'll be doing that. It's a 2 month hands-on practical intensive training. It strictly runs on Saturdays and Sunday. I've dropped a message about in chats. This call in chats. If you check the message, you're going to see a pin message. For those that are waiting and ready to join the training, if you click on it, it takes you to the class group, and we'll be reaching out and calling you next week regards to the training for those that have joined the class. We strictly answer practical intensive for 2 months. Apparently, we're offering a 20% discount on the first month for the training rather. So instead of paying 100K, you'll be paying 40,000 naira monthly instead. And instead of paying 40,000 naira monthly, so you can also pay 80,000 naira. And um, this offer lasts from now till on the 31st of this month. Once it is April 1st, we're going to reduce the discount, the percentage from a 20% to a 10%. From the 20% to a 10%, so meaning that because you've joined this masterclass and you're unable to make payments in the month of March, you can still pay in April, but you'll be paying a 90,000 naira or 45,000 naira monthly instead. Strictly Saturdays and Sunday, Saturday 12 to 3, Sunday from 2 to 5, hands-on practical intensive training. Because the training offers you, um, there is a skill that we've been able to develop. Why are we able to develop a skill? The goal is for you to be equipped with the skill, the tool, and the knowledge to compete in the global market. The training is hands-on practical intensive that will validate your knowledge through giving you a robust capstone project that you work on and you will present to the trainer, and they would question you to say, oh, what's your thought about this? And we also bring other external trainers to also come on board. This helps us to validate your knowledge in cybersecurity. It helps to validate your knowledge in cybersecurity. And there is an internship scheme that has been designed, but it is strictly project based. We've been able to collate a project that each and every student will work on at the end of the training, which runs for 8 weeks. What we are saying is that, oh, I'm done with the 2-month training and I'm currently taking the tax-based scheme. So meaning that there is every tax, there is by the end of the week, there is tax that is assigned to you to work on as students. That is after the training. There is tax that will be assigned to you to work on, and you must submit this tax because we want you to be able to compete in the global market, not just say, oh, I've already been training. You also must be able to show portfolio proof of what you've learned. So that is why we've been able to develop this scheme. So in the course of the scheme, you're going to get your hands dirty and work on multiple projects. At the end of the scheme, we're bringing the trainer back to give us feedback with regards to what you've worked on going forward. You'll be doing a lot of lab work, downloading. You will be using AWS, a lot of other things in the course of the training. So it's going to be an insightful ride. Classes are live and recorded, so you have to record it at the end of the training. Somebody hand is up. Fola, have I been able to answer your question? Fola?
Yeah, but not.
Thank
I
you.
don't know. Not. Yeah.
Okay. Did I miss anything? Okay, he's not there. Flourish. I Flourish. Hello, Flourish. Can you hear me? Sorry, can anyone hear me on the call?
Loud and clear.
Thank you, Alaliko. Can you hear me? Oh, great.
Yes.
Thank you. I think Flourish is not
Yeah, I
there.
can hear you.
Oh, hi, Flourish.
Good day,
Thank you,
sir.
sir. Hi,
Good day,
Flourish. How are
sir.
you? How are you doing today?
Yes, sir. I'm fine, sir. Sir, I just want to ask a
Please go ahead with
question.
your
Like,
question.
as a student, what are the things, sir?
Go ahead, please.
Like
Go ahead.
as a student, what are the things one will need for the practical aspects of the training?
One, you need to be in the right state of mind. Two, you need your laptop. You understand? You need internet connection. These things are quite very important. You need internet connection. You need your laptop. I, Pascal, what should be the size, or what should be the model of the laptop? Hi, Pascal, you there? Okay, I don't think Pascal is there. Yeah, so you need your laptop. Um, there is no specific laptop. Do you understand? But you need the one with space. You're not using gaming laptop, but you need the one with space. Do you understand? I'm just asking for the laptop specification for Pascal. But hopefully, before we round up, we should be able to answer that regards to the laptop specification. Go
Sorry,
ahead,
sir.
please. Go
What
ahead,
if you
please.
don't have a laptop?
No, so you can't join the training if you don't have
Like
a
what if
laptop,
you
except you
don't?
borrow a laptop.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, yeah. So you need to get a laptop before you can join the training. Without a laptop, you won't be able to join the training. So it's quite very important. Okay, so like I said earlier, please check the in chat section so that you can benefit from this amazing opportunity. And it's going to be a great and insightful section starting in the month of April. So check the in chat section and click on the link so you can join the class group for the training starting in April. Do you have another question from me before we call it a wrap? Before we call it a wrap, do you have another question for me? Or any question for Pascal? Okay, so before we go, hi, Mr. Engineer Lego, are you there?
Yeah, yes, sir. I'm here, sir.
Yeah, so I was your training section. Let me just bring you on spot. Sorry for bringing you on spot.
No,
So
no,
I would
it's
like
fine.
you to
It's
share
fine.
your experience regards to the last year, the training you took with us last year, even though your group you're running a scatter for projects. Maybe it's because you guys were just scattered. Even though your group were
It's
running
all,
a scatter for
it's all good.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
I
must,
yeah, but what
okay, go
yeah,
ahead.
go ahead, please. Go ahead, please. Go ahead, please.
Okay, I must, first and foremost, I must say that after the Evolve training, I've actually had other, one of, like the trainer said, you have to keep learning. I had other trainings there and there just to ensure that at least I'm not losing track of the journey. But I must really say that EvolveHQ actually, for now, so far, is the best training you can have outside there. Simply because our training was not only just a training, it was a boot camp. And when you talk about boot camps actually are camps where you'll be loaded with so much in the space of time. You also have to also measure up, which means that you'll be demanded to learn, to read, to study, and also to take on tasks and assignments. And I must say that it was a whole lot of work on us, but then it was worth it for me also at the end of the day, because it was at that time it was an introductory for me, trying to understand what cybersecurity is, trying to understand what the journey is going to look like. And after the training, I must certainly say that it actually opened my eyes to what of cybersecurity beyond just what we call an awareness training. It was more of tool embedded training, tools that we had to get to know, get to also practice, assignment that actually had to make us think deeply, you know, keep us a thinking cap, put on our thinking cap. And in the midst of even the training, we had privilege of being open up to training programs, training tasks that we actually also have to be doing alongside as we also running the program. And that actually was a lot, but it also was good because it was a whole lot of information at that point that even when it was even so much to process, they were still opening our eyes to what cybersecurity was all about, because we had to do a whole lot of beyond just cybersecurity. You also have to do with governance risk, also have to do tools and analysis. Yeah, I must say that EvolveHQ is a good place to start with. You definitely will be grounded, and you also must also put on a part of doing your own part in the learning, because while the training is going on, you will actually be able to learn some other things on the side, take on some courses, take on some other courses along the learning. And if you don't do them, you won't actually, it might be too much for me, but then it will make sense along the line, still like another class or the next set of people that are coming also up. I actually saw it as a master class that let us now go to another level that we have not even seen before. But that's actually I wanted to, because I just wanted to get back again into the academy and see myself learning again. So that's actually what prompted me to want to come back in again for another round of learning. But I must say that if you are here, you are definitely not in the wrong place. You are definitely in the right place where you can start a journey. But the key thing there is you must be open to learning, ready to learn. It won't come easy. You'll be learning in the training at the same time. You also be learning, taking on some other courses to also open your knowledge in some other areas that you even have not seen before. So you have to juggle a lot of things together with probably your work, your school, whatever. But then it might be demanding, but then it's going to be worth it at the end of the day. And also you get to meet friends also, people that you actually build relationship with, that will also help you to create learning mates, learning colleagues. That also be helping you to ginger you up so that you also don't fall by the wayside. And that was for me was a whole lot, because I get to make friends, and we are still together. We are still trying to pursue the journey, and hopefully we all have a testimony at the end of the day. Yeah. Thank you very
Thank you
much.
very, thank you very much, Mr. Olaleko. Actually, I didn't know you would join. I really, really didn't know you would join, and this was not planned for, cooked for. So I just saw him like, oh, I'm going to bring Mr. Olaleko to the call. So thank you very much for that awesome view. That's the reason why we are here, and we're here to do this again and again and again and again. You all heard what Mr. Olaleko said regards to the training experience, his roadmap, and his journey and his growth. Sign up now. Check the in-chat section and sign up for the training now. Drop the message there. I think I pinned it. Yes, I did. So you can sign up for the training now. So I would like to go right now. Thank you very much, Mr. Laliko. Thank you, Pascal. Pascal, what's your parting word right now? What's that?
Please, if I may ask a question, please. I
Go
don't
ahead,
know
sir.
if this is right now, but you know, I was thinking that we're having a master class. Please, let's have a master class for some of us. So we need a master class, really, as in real master class. You know, to guide
Yeah.
us. We
So
have gone through the. So please look into
we
that,
are
sir.
we are we
Just
are
look into.
looking to do, we are working on the advanced parts for you, but it will be niche based. Do you understand, sir? Yeah. So we are
Please,
working on
I
the
would be
advanced
willing
part.
to sign up on that, please. I need something like that
Yes,
now.
and it will be niche based. Yeah, so that's what we're working on. And one of the things that has been a major concern is affordability of Africans for those masterclass, for those niche training. That has been a major issue, because then we need to come. We are not just having, we are having that training with a lot of tools, and those tools, we're looking to partner with people to be able to have access to those tools, and some might even require us to even look for some credits to access those free premium tools, and some
So,
will
so
very
what
valuable.
I can also say is, possibly those tools, you know, if those tools can come as an umbrella, then when we come in, we can actually pay a token also. You know, it's also something that you have to commit to what you. If you are in a journey, you need to commit to a journey.
Oh,
You know, so if it's
great.
something that you can have as an umbrella, then you can also pay something, a token out of it, then so that we also can get to use it. As the case may be, you know, it's something I think we will also be welcome with.
Great, great, great. Okay, I think that would be absolutely great. So we're going to work on that. I and my team will work on that, and from there we'll push. So thank you very much, Mr. Olaleko, once more. So everyone, please check the in-chat section to join the class group of the training starting in April, so that you can benefit from this amazing discount opportunity. And in if you don't join right now, once you say, "Oh, I want to join in April," you'll be paying 90,000 naira instead of 18,000 naira. So, Pascal, are you there? Give us a passing word. We all have less than 5 days when we have to go. It's been an amazing 2 hours, right? Pascal, are you there? Okay, I think Pascal is not there. So, thank you, everyone. See you in class. That's my passing word.